Hello my angels and devils and all who may wander here. It is Amanda Christina and we are going to finish these last few pages of our mini album. So I figured out how to do the pocket. All I did was cut down one of the pieces that I had cut out. So I just took the love off this and left it as this with the arrow. We're going to pop this piece down here. We're going to simply put a smidge of glue around each of these. Now I know this is super long and I'm sorry, I've had to think on the fly a little bit. I also am trying to explain to you what I'm doing as I'm doing it, which takes me time. I am sure that if you're someone who's really good at cutting paper and stuff really fast, you are going to probably get through this a lot faster than I would. So what I'm going to do is just stick this that way. I don't know why, I just like the idea of this being on the other side, and this creates our little pocket. It's probably a little higher than I would like, but that's okay, actually. Nope, we're going to cut that down. Ooh. And I glued it in upside down. Well, well, Amanda, that was smart. That was very smart. I have to laugh at myself sometimes, I really do. So I've just cut off a little bit of that. There we go, that's better. Not quite so high. And we're going to pop some of the itty tags in this. We will miss you and live, love, explore. And they're the two tiny tags that came in this. So let's see that we've been doing this all the right way around. We've got to do matting pieces on that. Okay, we're in pretty good shape here, to be honest. We are in quite good shape as long as I have enough matting pieces, which I'm pretty sure I have. Yes, we have plenty of matting pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to mat these, and because I'm probably going to use a one of these beautiful photos take us back to the moments we felt alive. So I think, yeah, they're too big. So what I'm going to do is I am literally just going to use that instead of using a matting piece. So this is just a piece of the ephemera that I've cut apart. I'm going to take some tape, and I'm going for the big tape just to make it quicker and simpler. This tape seems to have tissue stuck to it, of course. This is my house. Everything gets stuck to everything in my house. I don't know. I swear. Sometimes I just do not understand how things work in this house some days. Okay, so I know this has been a long tutorial, so anyone who's been sticking with me, I will make sure to have a code word at the very end of this that you can only use if you've watched all 3 of these. And I may do something sneaky, but I can't say because it's against YouTube rules to do comment for a giveaway, but I will definitely put a code word in, and you never know what might happen at random, I'm just saying. Okay, so then I'm going to take some of our matting squares, and just in case you didn't get the size of these, they are 2 1/4 by 1 5/8. So we've got the Golden Gate Bridge there, which is quite lovely. I honestly would love some more of especially the photo paper in this, because it is such a good range for small things. Like these photos, I didn't think these photos would work for something so small, but it turns out these little photos give you quite a lot of impact for the size. And we go with the I'm getting a nice little pile of tape. So then we've just got this. Then we pull down. I think I'll do the blue with the black because they're my 4. These are the 4 sheets I chose. Now, the reason that I'm repeating it is because I don't want to waste, like as nice as it is to cut into extra sheets, we don't have to. And I think sometimes we get it into our heads that we have to cut into everything and we end up with all these scraps that we don't know what to do with. So what I have done is this has no scraps. This legitimately has no scraps because I've used every cut up piece nearly for this album. That is exactly what I have done. Okay. And we've got this piece here. And I think sometimes we do get into that thing in our minds, like it's all got to be so different. But look at, like, you repeat these 4 pieces throughout, but it doesn't feel like you're not getting enough. So where'd my little tag from there go? Because I just glued that back in properly. There's the little tag. That's our flip spot, and we just need a matting piece there. What have I got? Lots of. Okay. So let's separate this into what I have left now. So the only one I don't have a lot left of is the black one. So I think, what have I used? I've used everything here. I think, no, I think the blue one, because the blue one's on the cover. And see, this is because I've prepped everything, all that prep may seem like it takes ages, but what it does is at the very end point now, we are just literally throwing this together. Okay, so this tucks and this tucks. Then we've got our little bit with our bits that we want to put in there. So we just tuck those into the little tuck spot. We have our flip down, flip up spot, and then it opens. Oh, do you know what I've just realized? Someone forgot to put magnets on that spot. Oops, I'm very, very sorry about that, guys. So if you want to, you can put magnets on the flip up, flip down spot. I tend to do it on the top to hold it in place, or to have, where did I put it on this one? I'm so sorry. I mean, it holds itself. It's not too bad. Okay, flip down. I think what I did is I used the magnets. Oh, I know where the magnets are. I can still fix it. I'm so sorry, guys. It's late. It's like late, and I don't know if this is going to cut out while I'm trying to film. Okay, magnets. Where's my magnets? Okay, so basically, we're just going to very gently pull up this, well, just very gently, very gently. You are seeing me screw up a lot, and sometimes I stress about that, but then I realize it's helpful for me to see people screw up, to see how they get out of the screw ups, if that makes sense. Like, if I did this and I didn't know, and I've screwed up somehow, I'm like, oh, how do I fix that? Oh, that's how you can fix that. Okay, so we want over here somewhere is where we want the magnets. So I'm just putting a piece of tape down to make it easier. I think we'll do 3. I'm going to be overly cautious here because I have a lot and they're cheap. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to get a piece of tape and we're going to pop that straight down the center. And I'm just going to stick it to those bits for a second. And then I'm going to grab 3 more magnets and drop them on. See, just drop them on. That one doesn't want to come apart. Okay. See, they will always find each other. The magnets will always find each other, so don't stress that. Then what I'm going to do is sort of have a rough look at where they are, and I think they're about here. As long as your tape catches them somewhere, you're good. So I think they're in a bit more, so we'll just put a bit more tape down. Okay. See, this is what happens when you're trying to make sure that you rush and get everything in a short, orderly period. I understand this is a long tutorial. I understand that this is quite an involved process, but then mini albums are. I have not found a mini album that I can do super, super fast. I know Rosa Kelly has some tutorials for ones and other people do, but they still seem to take me a while. Okay, so then we have our magnets down, and where's our piece of paper that we had? Okay, that we were using. Is that the one from... No, that's the one we pulled up. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of extra tape on this one, just so that it's sticky enough and so that our magnets stay in place. And I'm just using the thicker tape. I've been trying not to use that up because that is really good for certain things like the 1/2 inch things, but then you can use double tape. So I'm just using what I have. Okay, so then we pop this back on. We make sure we are covering over the magnets, which I'm... no, don't you... Yeah, we're having moments, I swear. Okay, so I try and do it so that I have at least a little bit around the magnets covered, and then we take this one and we do the same thing. So basically now we have our magnet closure for this book. So before you put this matting piece on and this matting piece on, make sure you put your magnets down. See, nice and tight. And I do believe there are usually magnets up here, but I'm not going to worry about that. Look, it holds pretty well, like it's not going anywhere, so I'm not going to stress that right now. That's our flip up, so you need to be matted. Okay, so then we mat this one. And then this needs to be matted, so we'll use this one. Gosh, I hope I have enough matting squares. I thought I did last night. I counted that I had enough, but you know, counting and actually getting sometimes, two different things. So there's that, and there's a space there where I'm just going to tuck these a couple of these little dare to follow your dreams. I like that, dare to follow your dreams. And there's a, yep. So then that goes there. Then we have this little one with the two tags there, the documented, and then here I'm going to add in another piece of matting paper. Oh, yeah, there is enough, because you've also got, helps if I don't put that in upside down, you also have a piece for the back and a piece for the front if you want them. Otherwise, you can use some of these. I really like the Life is a Daring Adventure, so what I might do is snip a little bit off to make both of those fit. I'm not always the straightest cutter, so you'll have to forgive me for that, and I just want probably a little bit extra off this one. So we're just going to go round with the tumbled glass again. And what I did with the tumbled glass is just, I wanted to, even on the black, I just wanted to make sure there was nothing white showing. Okay, so I'm just going to glue the, actually this one already has tape, so I don't need to glue it. I'm just going to pop these down. Now, honestly, you can mat a piece here, and it probably is better if you do just, this is where I'm at, this is what I have, I'm working with it. Sometimes you work with what you've got. Yes, I could go and find cardstock and do all that. I don't have the ability to pause videos, so it would be another part, and who wants another part of this video? I don't think I do. I think everyone else is probably sick of it by now. So as long as it's going to fold, and then see at the edge, I'm just going to trim off gently so as not to cut the cover. There we go. So there's the inside back cover. Now, let's see what we have here. Okay, I have an idea of what I want to do with this. So I'm going to use To Live is the Rarest Thing in the World. Most People Exist, That Is All by Oscar Wilde, who is my favourite playwright, just in case you don't already know that. Most people do. So I'm just going to pop this here. So, oh God, I did that the right way around. I was just about to do this the wrong way around though. And then all we've got to do is decorate. So whilst it seems like it took me a really long time to do this, oh, and we've got to do our inserts. Okay, page inserts are next. Okay, so I am just moving this to cover some of the cover. Then I think I might make this another little tuck spot. Why not? And then we have this little piece which I'm going to put down here to be a little tuck spot. And that is super. I actually really like how that turned out. All I did was cut around the top of that because it was a circular sort of thing. I just thought, oh, that would look cute if I cut around there. So that is the basic gist of our album. Now we're just going to check that we've not missed matting anything, and then we will move on. Ugh, I cannot get these bits to stick down for the life of me. I'll have to make sure I fix that later. We've got our flip out. We've got our another tuck spot. We have our flip down. Hang on. We've got our flip down, flip up, flip over, which is this is something I created, by the way. This flip down, flip up, flip over, that's mine. We've got a belly band. We have a flip up tuck spot. We have a pocket. We have a little ephemera piece, and we have this. And then what I'm going to do, feels good to be lost in the right direction. That's what we're going to put on the... Feels good to be lost in the right direction. And then I'm just going to go through and put collecting moments, not things there. I also wanted to show that you didn't need, like, this is, when you get a Kaiser collection like pad, you can turn that whole thing into an album. Like, you can make embellishments from it. You can do so much depending on the album. Okay, so we have our inserts, which is the one thing that I had forgotten. So I may not mat all these on camera, but basically the inserts are 3.5 by 2 1/4, scored at 1 3/4. And then I just have all these little bits to mat them with. So just go through and you mat all 5. There's 5 of them, one for each pocket, basically. So we'll just do... And I'm going to go through and choose ephemera and stuff for them. But what I'll do is I'll do that off camera, and then in my 100 Things challenge next week, I will show you all the finished album. But basically you just go through, you do your matting squares. If you only want to put one on, you can. Then you put them in the little pockets like that, and they will stick out a little, which is okay. And that's it. So, oh, cover. Da, 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 da. This is why I didn't want to do those. Okay, so let's choose some papers for the cover. I was looking at this one. So we are 3 inches by 5 3/4 in total. So we want a piece that is 6 inches. Actually, let's do the 5 3/4 first. This is the paper trimmer a friend sent me from eBay. It's pretty good. I probably need another blade, but it is pretty good most of the time. Okay, so by 6. And we all know Kaiser paper is 6.5. See, sometimes it does that. So let's see if that feels... Hang on, have I done that the wrong way? No, I've completely done that wrong. Oh, no. It's meant to be by 3. Yeah, way to go, Amanda. Make the wrong measurements on camera. Okay, so by 3. And my battery is running low, so we will come back and do this. I will come back and finish everything later. Bye, my angels and devils. Remember, as always, you are incredible. You are amazing, and you truly do matter. And I promise I will finish this tutorial. We'll do everything. We'll close it out together. Bye, all.